Hello, happy holidays. You're watching ERi-TV and welcome to English News Broadcast. These are the top stories. Social service provision institutions put in place in the Hungarian area. Student school enrollment registered an encouraging result in Kermit area. China's envoy meets his South Korean counterpart today. And smoke clouds drift from wildfires blazing in northern New Mexico. The local news. Social service provision institutions put in place in a Hungarian administrative area or the subzone are dramatically contributing in improving the livelihoods of residents. Stating that in Hungarian administrative areas located on the Asmara Audet main road, Mr. Hamid Abdullah, administrator of the administrative area, said the educational and health facilities put in place as well as the provision of transportation service and electricity supply are contributing in facilitating the daily lives of residents. Mr. Hamid also said that the social service provision institutions, on top of enabling school-aged attend formal education, ensuring potable water supply, are contributing in regrouping villages and in developing agricultural activities. He also said on called on residents to properly use the social service provision institutions for their sustainability and strengthen participation and the implementation of the chartered out development drives. Student school enrollment, and especially that of females in Kermit administrative area Haga subzone, is registering an encouraging result. This is according to reports. Pointing out that on top of increased school enrollment, the students are developing interest and competitiveness. Mr. Salih Habtat, director of the Kermit Elementary and Junior School, called for strengthening relations between parents, students, and school community to address female students who drop out in junior schools, stating that shortage of teachers that has been the main bottleneck and the teaching learning process has been resolved. Mr. Salih called for opening high school and introducing solar system. Kermit Elementary and Junior School that was established in 1999 is providing educational service to 723 students, including 250 females from the villages of Shebek, Fekabrot, Ad Hamid, Ad Arey, Karwat, Filhito, Gulmit, Ad Omer, Dembem, Ad Tagay, Zahafa, and Kermit. This according to further reports. Residents of several subzones in the Asaba region called for integrated effort on the part of all concerned institutions to control traffic laws violations that are causing human deaths and damage of properties. Stating that in the past 3 months this year, traffic accident has increased, the residents called for conducting sustainable awareness-raising activity and take punitive measures on those that violate traffic laws. According to the report from the traffic police in the Ansaba region, the main cause of traffic accidents in the region are extreme speed, not providing priority to pedestrians, lack of awareness on traffic laws, driving without driver license, as well as technical problem of vehicles, among others. Mr. Girmay Tesfai from the Ansaba region police traffic said during the first quarter of this year, 4,262 traffic violations have been registered, 103 traffic accidents have been documented, and that has increased by 37% compared to that of last year. Now back to international news after a short break. Welcome back. China's envoy for Korean affairs Liu Xiaoming met his South Korean counterpart No Zhu-duk in Seoul today to discuss the recent security situation on the Korean peninsula. Beijing is concerned about the tense situation on the Korean peninsula. A special representative of the Chinese government on Korean peninsula affairs, Liu, said as he arrived for talks in Seoul, adding that both the symptoms and root causes of the tensions needed to be addressed. Amid stalled denuclearization talks, North Korea has conducted a flurry of weapons tests this year, from hypersonic missiles to intercontinental ballistic missiles. North Korea had not conducted an ICBM or nuclear weapons test since 2017. Officials in Seoul and Washington say there are signs of preparations for a new nuclear test. Small clouds drifted from wildfires blazing in northern New Mexico as fierce winds and drought pushed the largest activity wildfires in the United States closer to the town of Las Vegas. Local police enforced red blocks to keep people away from danger as hundreds of thousands were told to evacuate immediately. The blaze has scorched more than 49,000 hectares, or more than half of the area of New York City, tearing through centuries-old settlements and vacation homes in forested mountains, 48 kilometers northeast of Santa Fe. The fire is the most destructive of a dozen blazes in the southwest that scientists say are more widespread and arriving earlier this year due to the climate change. Small launch firm Rocket Lab USA Inc. captured a falling rocket staged out of the air with a helicopter before dropping it in the ocean. It appeared to achieve a partially successful test of the company's novel cost-savings approach to recovering used rockets for multiple mission to space. The demonstration involving parachutes and a long cable hanging from a helicopter sought to check off a key milestone for the Long Beach, California-based company as it ventures to slash the cost of sending things into space. After lifting off to send 34 satellites towards orbit at roughly 10:50 a.m. local time in New Zealand, the Long Beach, California-based company's 4-story tall Electron booster stage fell back through Earth's atmosphere and deployed a series of parachutes to break its speed. And a reminder of the top stories. Social service provision institutions put in place in Enguerrand area. Student school enrollment registering encouraging result in Kermit area. China's envoy meets his South Korean counterpart today. And small clouds drift from wildfires blazing in northern New Mexico. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.